Well, all the markers are there here in the Springfield area for some wet weather. You know, we've got storm clouds in the skies. You see occasional lightning strikes off toward the east and north especially. The winds have picked up, but so far there's not been much rain in town. That's up until about the last 20 minutes. We have seen a few showers pop up here near James River. Looks like this activity is drifting to the south of James River now. Everything is moving roughly south to south-southeast. New cell developing to the west of Brookline, again in southern Greene County. And if you're looking from further north in town, or maybe even north of Springfield, and you're really keeping your fingers crossed for some wet weather, we've still got a chance. We've got a cluster of thunderstorms here in Dallas County, which is building off toward the south. And you can see this green line right there. That is the outflow boundary. The reason for the gusty winds in Springfield, that's spreading off toward the west, and that should help to instigate at least some additional isolated shower and thunderstorm activity west of Highway 65. But most areas west of Highway 65 will stay dry overnight tonight. Most of the thunderstorms today have been off to the east and also off to the south, and there's a reason for that. This morning we had a big cluster of thunderstorms up near the Kansas City area. That faded away, generated an outflow boundary that pushed off to the southeast. That outflow boundary served as a focus for thunderstorms this afternoon into this evening. And at the same time that was happening, on the backside of that outflow boundary, it really tended to suppress any risk of shower or thunderstorm activity over southwest Missouri. Also, with the sunnier skies that we had over southwest Missouri, temperatures ramped up through the mid to upper 90s. In fact, we had a high of 99 today in Springfield, and that further dried out the low-level air mass. So at the end of the day, we had this pocket of dry, quiet air over southwest Missouri, and that bubble of drier, quiet air is still resisting showers and thunderstorms. Again, they're doing the best they can to try to work into southwest Missouri, but most of this area will likely stay dry. But there will be the possibility for at least some isolated shower and thunderstorm activity over the next few hours. Here's our hour-by-hour forecast, and you can see, looks like as we get closer to midnight, things sort of fade away. The remainder of the night looks quiet. Clouds will thin out. We'll find a mostly sunny day on Wednesday, and any threat of a shower tomorrow will be well off to the south across Arkansas. Temperatures tonight dropping off to about 71. This area you see shaded in green, this is generally the area that still has a decent chance at some wet weather. Notice how I keep southwest Missouri mostly quiet. 93 for a high tomorrow, so even though we're dialing back the heat, it's still hot, but with the dry air moving in, temperatures at night are going to get a little bit cooler. In fact, it looks like a morning low on Thursday of 67 with a high up around 90 degrees. Mostly sunny, dry that day. Mostly sunny, dry on Friday. Morning lows in the mid-60s, afternoon highs in the low 90s. Same on Saturday. Saturday looks a touch hotter, 92 or 93 for a high, and maybe even a chance for an isolated shower closer to central Missouri. Why? Well, because we've got an incoming cool front on Saturday, and that cool front will make a big difference. It will deliver significant heat relief as we end the weekend and head into next week. We're going to go from highs which have been consistently in the 90s for a while, well into the 90s, to highs in the 80s. In fact, Tuesday and maybe even Monday, if things go our way and there's enough cloud cover, we're looking at highs in the upper 70s to low 80s.
I was going to say, when was the last time we saw a high in the 70s? It's been a while.
The last batch of weather that's been this mild was back at the beginning of this month, early August. We got that break from the heat that we had at the end of July, and boy, ever since, it's just been kind of hot.
Good to see it again, though. All right, thank you, Jamie. Well,